Today, what we want to bring to your attention is to a new concept, the concept of Spain, your value shore destination. For that, we have prepared for the next 3 hours 4 contributions. The first contribution is from the Spanish embassy that has been supporting, as administration from Spain, has been supporting the initiative since 3 years back. The second contribution will be from the Spanish Consulting Association itself, where you will get the data and facts, what is behind, the meat behind the concept. Then we'll have a small coffee break, where networking will occur. And then 2 other contributions. The first one is from Ian Davis, forest analyst, that has been for the last year and a half checking the sanity and the soundness of this new concept. And finally, the testimony of Banco Santander and how they were able to leverage this technology out of Spain to be successful in the British market. And the objective that we have today is very clear and very easy. That when you come out after 3 hours, your sourcing strategy evolves and incorporates this new concept. The concept of bringing Spain maybe in the value chain that will be able to serve you in your responsibilities. So before I leave the floor to my colleagues, I will like to convey 2 messages to you. The first one is who or what is the AEC, Spanish Consulting Association. Well, it's an association that was founded around 25 years ago, so we're not newcomers. Today we represent around 85% of the Spanish consulting sector, and by consulting we identify consulting, system integration, and outsourcing, so the complete value chain. The 25 members, that again represent this 85% of the IT consulting activity in Spain, you will find the big names. In the brochures they will get afterwards, you will find all the big names, all the multinationals, the local champions, and the specialized boutiques. So in front of you, you have today, again, the big body representative of the Spanish IT sector. And the second message I would like to convey to you is a first hint of what is this value shore. Value shore, what is the unique selling proposition between this concept? And the value proposition encompasses 4 combined factors. The first one is that we, the consulting firms in Spain, we believe we have a very deep knowledge of some business processes in specific industries, namely retail banking, energy and utilities, and telco operators. And how have we developed this unique knowledge? Because our customers, the leaders of those industries within Spain, they have been successful in their growth, in organic growth, and organic growth outside the Spanish borders. And they have leveraged the technology that we have forwarded to them and developed for them in that leverage, in that winning in the global market. And this deep knowledge about business processes, we update it every day. Because since Spain belongs to the European Union, this knowledge is updated the same way it's needed to be updated in Brittany, or in France, or in the Netherlands, or in Germany. So that's the first and the key factor of the 4 factors that encompasses the unique selling proposition. The second factor is that there's also cost arbitrage between the Spanish consulting cost and the British consulting cost. It's not as wide as between India and Brittany, but it is almost as wide. The third one is that the consultants in Spain are second to no one in terms of capabilities, training, technology knowledge, and well, if you have been meeting any of our companies in the past, you might quote that this is right. And the last and fourth factor that's behind the unique selling proposition is that we are Spaniards, so very passionate about everything we do. So all those 4 things together is what is behind the unique selling proposition that is under the name of Spain, your next value shore destination. So enjoy the 3 hours of the morning, ask as many questions as possible. Again, the objective is that when you come out of the room, your sourcing strategy has a new item on it to be evaluated. So the first speaker is Fernando Lanzas, who is the Economic and Commercial Counselor of the Spanish Embassy in UK.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And let me say a few words about the about why Spanish should be considered as a prime value shore destination. Probably if many people were asked what they know about Spain, they would start by saying something about Spanish culture, gastronomy, architecture, or even artists, filmmakers, chefs, sportsmen recently. But probably much less is known about the deep transformation that Spain has undergone in the last 30 or 40 years. No? Spain now is quite a different country. It's well, quite a modern, knowledge-based, and technologically advanced economy, with the services sector representing 65% of the economy. It's not yet the 75% of the United Kingdom. It's already something, 65% of services economy. No? It's obviously a fully integrated member of the global economy and will be a decisive player in the definition and construction of Europe. Let me illustrate all this with some facts and figures. No? For instance, that Spain is at present the world's 9th largest economy, that Spain is the 5th largest investor in the world and the 2nd largest in Latin America. As investor abroad is only behind the United States, UK, France, and Germany. That Spain is currently the 7th largest recipient of foreign direct investment flows worldwide and 4th in the European Union. And talking about commercial services, Spain is the 6th largest exporter in the world and the 7th importer. Of course, Spain is a very important tourist destination. It's second both in terms of visitors, about around nearly 60 million visitors every year. That for a population of 45 is quite something. No? And second also in terms of revenue generated by tourism. No? Well, this attractiveness of Spain as a tourist destination, but not only as a tourist destination, but as a place to live and to work in, is not only because things well known as a kind of exceptional lifestyle, no? With, well, beaches, hospitality, sport and leisure facilities, gastronomy, etc., things that are all well known, but also because other features that are maybe more related to living in Spain and to business in Spain, like, well, the high number of international schools, the quality of the health system, the friendly fiscal regime, the law enforcement that assures stability in business and social life, and the solid financial system. All these have led us to be considered by the Financial Times in its 2007 survey as the best place to live and work in. Spanish alphabet. That's some peculiarities in the Spanish alphabet. We have the ñ, you know, this letter that only exists probably in the Spanish languages and therefore in the Spanish computer keypads. And also AAA, that have been confirmed for 2009 by 2 of the 3 main rating agencies in the world, Moody's and Fitch.